All right, we're ready to test this thing out here. This is going to be Safe House 49 485, test number 1. For devices, you can see tucked kind of in the corner here. Oops, I have my Bosch motion sensor, the ISC BDL2WP12G. It is hooked up to zone 1. Zone 8, the burglary panic zone. The STI SS2400 blue police emergency push station is wired up. On the fire zone, I have my Pyrotronics MS501 pull station. It's acting like a heat detector, only 2 sets of contacts. Notification appliances, GE AS363 and Wheelock WH1T-12 are on the fire zone, and my Potter CSH1224R is on the burglary zone. So let's get started here. Let's trip the motion sensor. So you heard 2 little chime tones come from the keypad. First one is indicating that zone 1 was faulted. Zone 1 is set as a day zone, which means that if it's tripped when the system is disarmed, the keypad will sound a little chime. And if you have a pre-alarm buzzer hooked up, I believe that will go off as well for like 1 or 2 seconds. And then when it restores, keypad sounds another little chime tone. So let's go ahead and test out the panic zones here. We'll start with the burglary. Home LED is on. Zone 8 LED is flashing along with the armed LED. The system arms itself when a panic button is pushed, and then it immediately goes into alarm. So to disarm it, type in your code. Now you see Zone 8 is flashing because it's currently in alarm memory. You just hit the cancel button and that goes away. Now let's test the fire panic. Fire LED's lit. Sounder and strobe are going off. Turn that off with the cancel button. Fire LED stays lit because that's currently in memory. That cannot clear unless you fully reset the panel. Give it a hard reset. Open up the door. Put the tool in there, a little screwdriver or the Allen tool. And you see keypad powers down and powers back up. See these 2 LEDs are flashing right now. Those zones are initializing. Give it a little bit, they should go away. There we go. Alright, so to arm this system, it's very easy. You just type in your code. So you can see these 4 zones here are flashing because these are set with a delay. See the delay LEDs flashing. And you heard a little buzz come from the keypad, so that's indicating that the exit delay has expired and the system is now armed. You can see it's armed to away, as the away LED is lit up. Let's go ahead and trip that. Now you hear it beeping. And you see the armed LED is also flashing and the delay LED. And now we're in alarm. See zone 1's flashing because that's in memory. Status LED is also flashing because of that memory. Push cancel and it's all done. Now to arm it to home, you type in your code and you press the home button. If you do that, system arms right away. An instant alarm, if you will. And this will produce an instant alarm when a zone is faulted. Just like that. So test out burglary zones. You push the delay button once. Delay LED lights up, and now you can test out your zones. So you heard little beeps there from the keypad saying that Zone 1's test was successful. And then you hear one long beep to indicate that the zone has been reset to normal. Push that again, that stops. Now if you push and hold the delay button, the sirens test. And they test alternating about every second. So the burglary zone sounds and then the fire zone sounds, and they just keep alternating as long as you hold that delay button in. I think it's pretty cool. Now you push these buttons here, you hear little beeps because it's not going to allow you to arm the system without actually entering your code. I think there's a way to change that, but I'd have to look in the manual to see, and I'll let you know in the description of the video down below, or I might pause it here and splice a clip of me in showing that. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do yet. Programming is done by this program button here. So if you hit program, you type in your code, you can start programming the system. You can change zone types from like away, home, day, whatever. And you can also change their delays, any value of 10 between 10 and 60. 10, 20, and 30 are your normal delay amounts. You can set each zone to have its own specific delay, which is really cool. So like you could have zone 1 set for like 10 seconds, then 2, 3, 4, maybe 20 seconds, 5 for 30 seconds, whatever. It's really cool. 10, 20, and 30 are for UL listed installations. Best practice is just to use 10, 20, or 30 anyway. You don't need 40, 50, or 60 unless you got some super crazy setup. So that's that. And see in there's nothing really special. So that is Safe House 49485 test number 1. Rate, comment, like, subscribe. You all know the drill, and I will see you guys later.